He's full of joy. Two-legged rescue dog from Afghanistan finds where he belongs.
But before we start, please take a moment to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll never miss these great stories.
People often overlook dogs with disabilities when they're searching for a new pet. Helena Svinos, on the other hand, seeks them out. That includes energetic Mazar, a dog who was rescued from the streets of Afghanistan. Other than missing two legs, you'd never know just by looking at him that he's been through so much. In 2014, Mazar was struck by a car, crushing both of his back legs. After the accident, he was left to roam the streets alone. Luckily, the smart pup eventually came across a veterinarian lab, where he was taken in for treatment. Mazar was found on the streets with badly injured legs that were fixed and fused. He'd obviously been hit by a car and suffered quite traumatic injuries where his legs had been crushed. The vets did everything they could to help Mazar, but they could only do so much with their limited resources. So they did the only thing they could do at that point: reach out for help. Thankfully, Louise Hasty from Warpaws stepped up. This lovely organization helps dogs in areas of civil conflict, making Mazar the perfect canine for them to rescue. Mazar was quickly taken to the UK after he had surgery to remove his two back legs. The operation turned out to be successful, and he was soon getting back to his cheerful self. But he still needed a home. That's where Helena came in. She first saw Mazar in a video online. While she already had 5 dogs, 2 cats, and a bunny, she just couldn't stop thinking about the friendliest dog she'd ever seen online. It wasn't long before she was calling her friend Louise and arranging to adopt him. Mazar has been living in his new home for about 6 years now, and he couldn't be happier. He even loves to run, refusing to wear any sort of wheels or walking aids while he does. He doesn't scoot, he just lifts himself up on his front legs, and he can really leg it when he wants to, Helena said. If he had 3 legs, he'd never be allowed off lead because he's so fast. 3 of Helene's dogs, all Springer Spaniels, love to run as well, so they take part in canicross races. But even they have lost in a sprint against the speedy Mazar. Moshe is just a complete and utter star, Helena said. You can't feel sad or unhappy around him as he's full of joy, except for when it's raining. It's clear that Mazar's life changed for the better once he entered Helene's family, but the opposite is just as true. This became especially apparent once the pandemic began and quarantine went into full effect. I'm an A&E doctor working during lockdown, but coming home he just puts things into perspective, the dog mom added. It's been difficult at times during lockdown, feeling lonely, but then I come back to these happy dogs. Helena is so grateful for her family, and she hopes more people will consider opening up their homes to pets with disabilities. I have a special love for disabled dogs, and I think people are worried that they may have problems, but that's just not true, she said. They get overlooked often, but they can live a full and happy life. We're so happy that Mazar is safe and loved in his forever home.